Hello everyone, welcome to the Just Chatting Gaming News and Trailers for February 20th. There is really not much out there today. We have 2 news stories, 3 trailers. That's it. So let's go ahead and get into it. First news story of the day actually has to do with Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age. Gaming industry insider Jeff Grubb is out there saying, according to his insiders at BioWare, that Dragon Age 4 is in really good shape and is scheduled to come out at some point in the next 18 months, which basically means it's probably going to be a fall release in 2023. So maybe this year at E3 or Summer Game Fest, we'll get some more proper trailers, get like an actual release date and that sort of thing. And I actually had some people questioning this statement from Jeff Grubb, like not fully understanding like what he means by this. And so, as you know, like every video game has essentially PR. And even if you're somebody, if you're like a game director or in a higher position, if you're ever asked, you're supposed to say, oh yeah, the game is going good. If that is what happened, then Grubb would not be reporting on it. So this is somebody who is essentially like an on-the-boots programmer of some description for the game, essentially in secret reaching out to Jeff Grubb, giving him this information. And so if you basically have a person like that is saying, you know, the game's looking really, really good, and internally they're talking 18 months, then that's a very, very good sign. So, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know that Dragon Age 4 has had a lot of development problems. Mark Dara, who is Mr. Dragon Age, he left BioWare in the middle of the project, and so internally they've had a lot of like shuffling around of leadership for that game and potentially even the direction of the game. And actually, now that I say that, I do remember when this game first came out, or I should back up and I should say that when this game was first announced, they were going to make Dragon Age 4 like Anthem, to where it was going to be like an online experience and they were going to keep pumping stuff into it, kind of like an MMO. I mean, you guys know how Anthem is. And the community completely rebelled against them. And they're like, no, that is not Dragon Age. Dragon Age is a single-player experience. And they're like, okay. We're going to make it a single-player experience. So it'd be interesting to see if it still has any multiplayer elements, but they've said that it's a single-player experience. And yeah, apparently it's going fairly well. Final news story. Again, we only got 2 of them today. Over the last several years, there's been a lot of industry talk regarding like crunch and that sort of thing. And so the director of Horizon Forbidden West came out and said that the game was delayed because they refused to crunch. And there's been a lot of big studios, especially a lot of Sony studios in particular, that have come out in recent years saying that, you know, essentially they're not willing to sacrifice their team members in order to get a game out quicker. And Horizon Forbidden West is the latest one. I actually saw a really, really interesting post on Twitter of somebody who was listing the games here in recent years where they didn't crunch versus games that did have a crunch. And it was like Horizon Forbidden West and God of War, and I think like Ratchet and Clank, all of these like mega successful games. And then they listed like crunch games like Anthem and stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, they need to really stop crunching. It's just a bad idea, and in the end it doesn't work and all that crazy stuff. So yeah, really just sort of a feel-good story coming out of Guerrilla for Horizon Forbidden West. I have not jumped in on that game yet because I am going to stream the first one for you guys at some point. But I follow a bunch of people that have played that game, and they say it's absolutely fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the trailer portion of this. We only have 3 trailers. Let me go ahead and kill the music here. The first trailer is actually for, and I know some of you are looking forward to this, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. This is a 5-minute developer diary trailer. So let's see what this is all about. And speaking of crunch, the team that made this game, heavy crunch, according to all the reports out there. So let's see. Pew, pew, pew. Turn us up a little bit.
I've been a massive fan of Lego and Star Wars since I was very young.
There's lightsabers, there's spaceships, there's weird aliens.
It was just a privilege to be able to work on the game.
Max is not a weird alien.
It's just a franchise that spans all generations.
I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
As soon as we started talking about doing a new Lego Star Wars game, the ambition swelled. Because as fans, we love all the movies. And to have the opportunity to tell the whole saga from episode 1 all the way through to episode 9, we knew we had to take it further than we'd ever been.
We started off by having regular meetings with Lego and Lucasfilm, discussing just everything about the visual design of Star Wars, what makes a Star Wars game, how we might integrate Lego into this game.
They gave us access to all of their libraries, which was the greatest thing to be able to dig into.
The storytelling throughout Lego Star Wars is incredible and filled with jokes and funny moments, because in a Lego game, we have freedom.
You can use the humor and we can spin it. So Han Solo is still being Han Solo, but he might have a banana instead of a blaster or something like that.
We knew we needed to refresh the game and get something that felt familiar but reinvented. The systems, the frameworks we put in place to enable us to do that over like 100 different gameplay mechanics and all the different systems that make up that game.
Real-time processing on the voices. So when you pick up a helmet and you put it on, your voice changes to sound like you're a stormtrooper.
Well, looks like you've got a stormtrooper problem you should look into.
We're putting a lot of emphasis on the lighting and the environments. We have something like 12,000 materials that were generated for the game, 20,000 unique models, and 26,000 textures.
If you're a fan of Lego Company's work, you'll be amazed at the resolution and the amazing work that the models team have done.
We get to recreate all of these iconic designs, literally brick by brick.
We built the ships entirely out of Lego bricks. So that's not just the exterior of the ship, that's the interior, so you can land
the intro to episode 3, that could be a fun sequence.
In an environment entirely made out of Lego bricks.
If you were to build one of our capital ships in real life, it would take millions and millions of bricks.
We've designed some of the characters that don't exist as physical models.
What we would do is we'd look at the film reference and we'd take existing Lego creatures and characters that are similar, and then what we end up with is something that is as accurate as we could make it. Take the Bantha, for example. So it's just really true to Lego IP, and it's really true to the film IP.
We wanted an evolution, I suppose. So what we've done is try to keep what's familiar, but really add something a bit more modern in, a bit more fresher. One of the things we've done in this game is we've gone for a third-person camera.
With the blaster combat in the game, we really wanted to make it feel more visceral. Now when you use the blaster combat, we bring the camera down, we get into this like third-person perspective, and it just really makes you feel like more in the action, which is pretty great.
Using the Force is a huge part of the game.
The Jedi, the Sith, they all have this Force power where they can literally pick objects off the floor and fling them about. We really took advantage of that Force power that we haven't done in previous games.
You can fly into space and there's like just interactions that will happen. Giant ships, like a Star Destroyer coming in. You can try and fight it and you can defeat it and you can capture it and take it over. I think when we're making these games, we think about the fans a lot.
So there's a few Easter eggs in this game, some stuff that we're really excited to get in.
You can switch all the weapons so that it's mouth noises. So you can be like, zhuang zhuang, woo woo, pew pew.
And of course, you might have heard of a little thing called mumble mode.
So mumble mode is basically how the old Star Wars games were. We had to
that's how
rely
you gotta
on
play it.
animation, expression, and these sort of mumbles that mimicked the speech.
It goes.
Huh?
It's funnier in mumble mode.
Seeing your work put together on a scale like this really makes it feel like it's something special.
This is the ultimate experience of going everywhere in the universe as whatever character you want and really being in Star Wars.
And I can't wait for players to see the hard work.
It's been a really ambitious project. What they've achieved, they should be rightfully proud of.
Anybody in chat gonna get that game? April 5th. Okay, Vader. Next up, we have a 1-minute trailer for Starfield. This is the big Bethesda game that's coming out at the end of the year. This is more of like a behind-the-scenes thing, I think. So let's take a look. They haven't actually shown gameplay for this game yet.
The opening vistas of space promise high costs as well as high reward. We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained.
Hopefully this game's good.
The exploration of space is one of the great adventures of all time. And we mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it.
We'll definitely be seeing some gameplay at some point in the next 6 months on that. What if they're gonna sell that as like an art print? That's actually pretty cool. And that game will be wow, I can't talk. That game will be day 1 Game Pass. All right, final trailer for the day is the big game that comes out on, I want to say Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, the overview trailer for Elden Ring. Let's take a look. Presented in 4K. Oh, I did see online here real, I don't know if I can find it here real fast. They announced when the embargo's lifting on this. I want to say it's like Wednesday or Thursday, but I don't know if I can find it.
Elden Ring
Here we go.
is an action RPG set in a dark fantasy world. Enter the lands between, a place of boundless scale and untold mystery, where your journey to reveal the fabled Elden Ring unfolds.
I think there's something like 10 classes.
Thou shouldst take the crown. The lands between is ruled by great heroes, those who have inherited the blood of Queen Marika the Eternal.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
You play as a descendant of the Tarnished, a group of heroes once banished from the lands between. When the Elden Ring was shattered, the very source of the Erd Tree's blessing was disrupted, and eventually the exiled Tarnished found themselves being led once more by long-lost grace.
I offer you an accord.
As a Tarnished, you'll set off on a journey to the lands between.
The game has a really cool art style.
And fraught with danger.
It's like very gritty.
The former heroes of this world.
And weird.
lands between comprises massive, dense play spaces, teeming with threats and brimming with the unknown. You'll face many fearsome enemies, meet a wide variety of characters, and discover hidden dungeons. Those who brave these catacombs, mines and caves, will find themselves adequately rewarded. Travel far enough, and you'll eventually reach a legacy dungeon. A complex and intricately built dungeon map that connects seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. These sprawling environments offer their own style,
crazy boss
attention,
design.
and exploration, creating a different feel from that of your journey through the overworld. The lands between are vast and offer a high level of freedom for explorers. Use the map to assist with navigation. Place beacons and markers for places that catch your eye.
Yeah, if you're gonna have an open world, gotta have
or
custom
fast travel
markers.
to previously discovered checkpoints. For faster traversal, summon Torrent, your trusty spectral steed, at any time, anywhere outside of dungeon areas. Torrent offers excellent mobility, making it possible to venture further and higher into the lands between. Throughout your journey, you'll meet with many characters, each with their own motives and goals.
I am the lord of all that is.
This is a single-player open-world
Help them
RPG.
pursue these goals, to reveal their backstories and learn of your shared place in this world. Player freedom extends far beyond exploring the lands between. Your character can be fully customized, from appearance to armor and abilities. Become a warrior, specializing in close quarters combat. A caster that excels at sorcery or incantations. Or of course, you could attempt to master a little of everything. An extensive lineup of equipment, weapons,
I think I'm
magic, and
gonna
skills
play a
awaiting to be
thief.
discovered, allowing you to develop your character in whatever way you wish. A keen adventurer may find item crafting useful, using materials picked up along the way.
We're gonna have to go back and
Many
take a look at that
different
screen.
items can be crafted on the fly, from arrows and firebombs to cured meats and other consumables that offer a range of benefits.
That's weird.
The player may call upon spirits to fight alongside them. Spirits vary in type and behavior.
So that's kind of like a companion
so summoning
system.
them according to the situation is key. In particularly dangerous situations, you may choose not to engage the enemy, using stealth to outflank or escape. You can also join with players from other worlds to journey, explore, and challenge tenacious foes together.
That I was not fully aware of. I knew that there were some online elements, but I guess this is inviting people into your game? I didn't know that was a thing.
The expansive world of the lands between is abound with danger, intrigue, and mythological drama. Begin your adventure and reveal its secrets for yourself. Rise, Tarnished. Rise and become the Elden Lord.
That looks really, really good. February 25th. Yeah, that looks really, really good. But yeah, who was it that said, Oh, Bala Boy is saying that you're not not into the Souls games. Elden Ring is like pretty far from like a traditional Souls game, because traditionally they're not open world, and this game just has like so much more freedom compared to a traditional Souls game. You know, again, mounted combat, which has not been done before. I'm trying to find one other quick thing here. Where is... Ah, here we go. What was... I want to watch this here for a second. Also presented in 4K. Oh, I wanted to go back and look at them other screens in that other trailer.
Peggy 16.
Maybe this trailer will have it too.
Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. In this video, we'll show some footage of our new action RPG, Elden Ring. We hope it helps to convey a little of this title's mood and gameplay.
How old is this build? It's going to be a pretty looking game.
Elden Ring is set here, in the lands between. This is a site of grace, acting as a place of rest for the player.
I know another thing we've talked about in the past is it's interesting on how some of these games are going with like either a minimal interface or no interface. Like what he's showing here is like there's no interface at all.
Occasionally, grace will manifest rays of guiding light. Of course, we're free to choose whether to follow this guidance or head off to explore in a different direction.
Wonder if you have to work your way to the big yellow tree. Dragon. Oh, look at that bow. It's almost like magic missiles. Steal his eye. Oh. That's one way to do it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Please, anyone? Oh, my stars. I'm so happy.
This is like very quiet.
I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? Put those doubts to rest. I'll be just fine. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say. Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me.
That's a cool shot. Wonder what class that is.
The map can prove useful when exploring the world, and is populated by acquiring map fragments. We can use markers to customize the map, such as setting reminders for the location of crafting materials or dangerous enemies. Beacons can also be placed to help with orientation. Beacons placed on the map appear in the world.
Oh, that's cool. It's a bright light. Just like in Star Wars Galaxies.
Spirit springs can be used while on horseback to launch high into the air. This allows for stress-free traversal of areas with a great deal of verticality.
Hey, Lion Walker, how's it going? Must be like an enemy camp or something.
The carriage over there is carrying treasure, an opportunity too good to pass up. We'll prepare for combat with some item crafting, using materials found in the world.
Yeah, this is more like Fallen Order 2. Well, yeah, double kill that guy? That's a heck of a sword.
Enemy stance can be broken with heavy strikes, such as when attacking from above. A variety of unique attacks can also be interchanged between weapons. In more perilous situations, we can summon spirits to assist us in battle. Spirits vary greatly in type, so we look forward to players experimenting and finding their personal favorites.
Wonder if the different spirits do different things. So yeah, he went from using a bow to dual wielding to using a two-hander. This guy has like 2 spears.
Online multiplayer can also be enjoyed with players from other worlds, from cooperative to PvP and invasions.
Oh, it's got PvP. Oh, I didn't. What's an invasion?
Hey!
There's loot over there.
Deadly creatures stalk this forest, so we'll use stealth to avoid detection.
Or you could kill them.
We've come across a boss guarding this area. We'll take it on with the help of our co-op partner.
It's like rain of arrows. What game are we looking at? This is Elden Ring.
Catacombs, caves, mines, and other dungeons can be found while out exploring the world.
That's not that word. Maybe this guy's British.
These dungeons each hold their own secrets, from hidden treasures to fearsome bosses.
Ah, the old chomper blades. Classic. Invisible walls. This is gonna be one of those games where you're like running around smacking every wall trying to find the one that's not really there. Just secrets everywhere. It's a Force Ghost.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
I'm actually really interested in the story.
We've reached Stormvale Castle, a large-scale dungeon which connects seamlessly with the surrounding Limgrave region.
Come over here, would you? You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle. It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle undetected. Fair enough. You certainly don't have to trust me. Well, if you must go through the gates, I'll signal them to open. But of course, I'd advise against it.
My guess would be is this is a controller game. But yeah, we'll have to see, Mirat. Generally, games that are like this are just better on a controller. It's getting shot by a railgun.
The main route seems risky, so we'll try entering through a back way.
Oh, that's cool, summon. Yeah, one thing that's going to be a little bit different is how you're going to be able to, like, use 3 different weapons, from what I've seen. And I don't know if you have to level up each weapon or how that works.
Extra care should be taken when moving through dungeons, as visibility and terrain differ from when in the open. We hope players enjoy getting a feel for the different types of areas and coming up with suitable strategies for each.
Oh, he got backstabbed. Let's sneak up on this guy. Is that tree like a hollow projection or something? Maybe it's not real.
Dungeons are complex and multi-layered, meaning they can be tackled from a number of routes.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle. When I'm not hot-footing it from the troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting. Not exactly a place I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
Nice double attack there.
In this next boss fight, we challenge one of the demigods, ruler of Stormvale, Godric the Golden.
Mighty dragon, thou'rt a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. Alone tarnished. Plain as a lord. I command thee kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden.
Well, here we go. Yeah, it said to have your summons do all the work. Or have your summons tank and then you like flank and destroy.
Thank you for watching. This was just a brief introduction to Elden Ring's fundamentals, but more details will be revealed at a later date. There's not long to go now before release. In the meantime, we greatly appreciate your continued support.
Sweet.
The Tarnished will soon return.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
They will fight. And they will die. For how else is a champion to be born?
That dragon caught that lightning bolt. There you go, guys. Elden Ring comes out, like I said, Friday, I think. February 25th. That's Friday, right? Hold on. Yep. It's a pretty cool collector's edition. Oh, that's right. They have multiple editions. You can actually get that helmet. It's a pretty cool helmet. How much money do you want to spend, though? That's the question. Right. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, for those who are watching on YouTube, I think we'll wrap it up right there. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.